Thank you for taking the time to view this Performance Tracker demo. Performance Tracker runs in the iPad. Performance Tracker is the solution for tracking performance metrics for a franchise environment. The initial screen presents the instructor with a list of instructors to choose from. The instructor will select their name in the list, and the instructor is provided a PIN number. Enter the PIN number here slowly. Within the screen, the instructor will select the client. In this case, we don't see the client we're looking for, so we'll begin to enter the first of the last name. So it's Robert. I'm going to type in R-O. You can tell we see Nicholas Roberts. Notice the previous routine performed, Basic A. Notice the package purchased, 12 of 12, March 5th. We can also select Profile, and we can change the purchase package or update the profile. I'll search for Roberts again. I'm going to select Roberts, and it will take us to the Select Routine screen. Notice the previous routine performed at the top. Notice the other routines the instructor may choose from that have been pre-defined by the instructor. We can delete these sessions. The performance is connected to the exercises, and we could recreate them if we needed to. We'll select the beginner routine, Beginner A. It takes about 10 seconds to build the session. Please notice at the top the instructor name and the client name. We're going to modify this routine because the client has an injured foot. We select Modify Session at the bottom. It asks us if we want to delete this session, and since we haven't started entering any data, we want to delete and modify. We're going to remove anything related to legs for this session. As an example, we're going to remove leg press by clicking the X, and we're going to remove calf extension. Now we're going to save our session, and this is going to be saved not for all clients but for this individual client. We're going to name this session Injured Foot. And click Done and OK. We're brought back to the session entry screen as we had before, but now we have 2 less exercises on our within our session. We're going to enter into the note field at the top. This note is specifically for the client, is not related to the exercises. We have injured foot. Notice our exercise names. Notice the machine settings and the machine values. If we click on the name of the exercise, the weight is automatically selected. We're going to select 42 pounds and change the weight. If you know the time and duration of your exercise, you could enter that here. I can either click Next and change the values within the exercise settings, or I can close the keyboard by clicking the Close Keyboard button at the bottom corner. I want to begin timing my client. I hide the keyboard and click timer. You notice at the bottom we have a timer, and the timer says trunk extension. I'm going to click start. And so the clock will run as I work with my client as they perform their trunk extension. When their trunk extension comes to an end, I can click save. That value will come up to the seconds spot, and we are able to click next to go to the next exercise. We can delete notes, and these notes are directly related to the exercise. So we could say use pad. So this note will always stay with this exercise, the pull down. Every time the client uses the exercise, we're going to see those notes there consistently. We're going to hide the keyboard. We'll click start. We'll record the next session. As you can tell, the audible click lets us know that the timer started. We'll click save. We're going to erase this note. Notice that the left side are the previous session and the previous session history for the last two sessions. If we click on the session history, it pops us out to the history of that exercise, the pull down, and we can look through the history of that exercise. Cancel brings us back to the screen. Our values are still there. We can click timer, and we're ready to do the chest press. When we're done with the chest press, there's a save session at the top. Once we save the session, the client record is saved, and dynamically, when every session is saved, it produces a backup in the form of a PDF file. So we're at March 5th, 11:21 p.m. and this is our 3 exercises. This is our client. We have our routine, injured foot, with our values all recorded here. Tap the screen once and click done. Click Windows, and we'll return back to select the next client and start this again.